Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the last category of the TBR tournament. It is romance. Today are the finals. Today you're deciding the final winner of this tournament in the category of romance. We've spent the week on the other categories, the other genres. Make sure you check out those videos if you haven't already. So today I'm going to reveal the finalists. First, we have Well Suited. This is by Stacey Hart. This went up against J.V. Salisbury's Jack and Sadie. And we have My Favorite Half Night Stand by Christina Lauren. And this was up against Meet Cute by Helena Hunting. I'm not shocked, I gotta say. I think I was more surprised by who moved on to the semifinals than I am about who moved on to the finals. Both of these books won by 3. So it was the strangest thing. It was like, for the most part, if you voted for Well Suited, you also voted for My Half Night Stand. If you voted for Jack and Sadie, you also voted for Meet Cute. Super weird, crazy pattern. I could not believe that that was what was happening. And I'm not even completely sure why. I'm not sure what it is about these two books that made them sound good to the same person and the other two books that made those sound good to the same person. Like, I don't know what it was. So in these finals videos, instead of telling you about the book again, I've mostly just been talking about why I want to read it and maybe a little bit of my history with each of the books. So first we're going to get into Well Suited by Stacey Hart. First of all, it's a romantic comedy, which I'm a big fan of romances that are either funny or suspenseful. I like a good romantic suspense and I like a good romantic comedy. If it falls somewhere in between those things, I'm not sure that it's my jam. So, Well Suited is a romantic comedy. This, I think that I purchased this because I saw another book by Stacey Hart and I'd never heard of Stacey Hart before, and I was immediately attracted to it. And just reading a couple of synopses of her books, this one stood out to me. This is all about a one-night stand that results in a pregnancy, and it's the father of the child that has to try to convince the mother of the child to be together. And my attraction to this book is the role reversal, because typically, whether this is actually true or not, stereotypically, we hear a lot of stories about unplanned pregnancies and the guys just wanting nothing to do with it, and the women like really trying to keep the guy interested or invested or make him responsible, etc., etc. I just liked the role reversal here, where this woman is saying, yep, I'm pregnant, but that's okay. Like, we don't need this. Like, I'll be all right. I want to hear that story. I want to read that story, basically. I also want to read about a guy who is that determined. Like, I want to know what his motivations are, if it's responsibility, obligation, or if it's a genuine attraction and interest in our heroine. Like, I just want to see how this plays out. It's a self-pubbed romance novel, which, quite frankly, are my favorite kind. But it just, I don't think you would know. I mean, the cover is very marketable. The formatting of the book, a lot of work has gone into that. It's an impressive example of a self-pub romance novel. And I should tell you that this says that it's the Lipstick Club, Romance Lipstick Club. I forget what it's called. But this is a book 4, and I think, like most romance series, it's a grouping of standalones that have a friend group in common, a workplace in common, or a town or something in common. So I'm not too concerned with this being a book 4. I'm just really looking forward to seeing how funny it is and seeing how the author executes this particular scenario. And this was not a surprise at all. This is My Favorite Half Night Stand by Christina Lauren. I mean, Christina Lauren is so popular and so hyped and don't get me wrong, like, this is a writing duo. They co-write all of these books together, and there are some gems. There are some real gems. But there are also some real duds for me. So Christina Lauren is literally, I go back and forth, and I talk about it on this channel all the time. Anytime a Christina Lauren book pops up on this channel, I tell you the same story over and over and over again. But this is one of the duo's romantic comedies, and I have the most success with Christina Lauren romantic comedies. The Unhoneymooners is one of my favorites. I would never have thought that that would be the case, because the others are just so, or yeah, kind of funny, and yeah, or no, that was bad. I purchased this Christina Lauren novel because it was my intention to make Christina Lauren books one of my binge reading projects, and that all centered around the release of their most recent one called The Honey Don't List, which I had as an ARC, and I've kind of read it. I'm in the process of reading it. It's already out. I am behind on this ARC. And so the problem is I didn't get done what I thought that I was going to get done. Therefore, I kind of had to scrap this. My intention now is just to get my ARC read and give feedback on that. And then also, that opened this book up to being able to participate in this TBR tournament if I scrap that project. And of the Christina Lauren books that I have left to read, or that I own that I can read, this one is the one that I'm most excited about reading. This does look promising. I am also a sucker for kind of like a, what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of like catfishing, but not quite. Like it's not mistaken identity, but it's just, Shakespeare did it in Twelfth Night. It was way back when Shakespeare was writing, where we have a hero or a heroine who's pretending to be somebody that they're not in order to facilitate a relationship, or a relationship happens while our hero or our heroine is pretending to be someone that they're not for another reason, and they have to kind of decide between sacrificing that relationship for honesty or trying to keep up the ruse and keeping the relationship as long as they can. I mean, those are just, I don't even know if there's a word for that. If there is, please tell me. But I like to see that in books. I like to see that in romantic comedies in general, be it book, movie, whatever. Somebody pretending to be someone that they're not and having to get out of that situation. It's kind of like catfishing, only it's not as malicious. It's a little bit more innocent than that. So don't feel obligated to pick this or not pick this based on that whole project thing that I mentioned, because whether I read this book for this tournament or not, I mean, that project's not going to happen. I've already made that decision. So don't feel like this needs to be picked or not picked based on that. Well Suited is a perfectly good counterpart, competitor, what have you. Let me know down in the comment section below which of these books you'd most like to see be the winner of the TBR tournament for the romance genre. While you're leaving your opinion, don't forget to tell me why you're choosing the book that you're choosing, just so that as I'm reading, I can make note of your reasons, so that when I talk about these books, it'll be a bit more relevant for you. That's it. It is 100% in your hands now, guys. I've shown you 8 books in these finals. You're going to pick 4, 1 from each genre. Those are the books that I'm going to read. Probably. I have a lot of Linwood Barclay books I got to read. 4, 5 of those. And then I'll be diving into these winners. I definitely look forward to hearing what you think. Thank you so much in participating in this tournament. I've had the best time over the last 2 weeks. I can't even tell you. And I love seeing you guys participating and telling me what to read, making these decisions for me. Part of the reason I don't read as much as I could is because I'm really indecisive about what to read. So you know what? Maybe we'll just shift to a channel where you tell me what to read 100% of the time and there's never any trouble. I'm not saying that's going to be a thing. Don't get super excited. But hopefully you've enjoyed this entire process too. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all very soon.